Emoticons, the icons that once forced us to tilt our heads sideways to depict the emotions of a digital author. The word emoticon literally breaks down to emotional icon, created to depict the emotion of the writer in computer-mediated communications. Emoticons were developed in 1982 by Scott Fallman, who developed the sideways smiley face as a marker for jokes online. The classic emoticon is comprised of composite text symbols utilizing ASCII code, or as we know it, regular keyboard symbols. Computer-mediated communication, as a medium primarily composed of text, appears to lack the ability to carry tone, expression, and emotion in its words. This lack of nonverbal cues points to the possibility of messages being misinterpreted by the receiver, and these icons can act as gestures or facial expressions, but in digital spaces. Dirk Spoos and Grumko assert that emoticons enhance the exchange of social information by providing additional social cues beyond what is found in the text of a message. The intended development of emoticons was to transmit the emotions of the sender as they write. However, people started using them differently, creating their own conventional methods for the use of these graphical icons. Several scholars discuss the need for emoticons to fall into linguistic frameworks rather than to be considered as a phenomenon separate of language itself. Particularly, elocutionary speech is discussed widely over the literature and can be defined as the act of making a request, offer, joke, or promise in uttering a sentence. Emoticons are conventionally paired with these types of communications in an attempt by the writer to influence how their message is received, regardless of their emotive state at the time of transmission. Garrison, Remley, Thomas, and Brzezinski posit that due to the reliance on the speech-writing dichotomy, scholarship has been quick to label anything other than familiar forms of print linguistic text as additive or paralinguistic, thereby limiting the understanding of emoticons while not fully accounting for all of their potential uses. They continue to encourage the adoption of a linguistic approach in the emoticon discourse and to consider the emoticon as evolutionary, much like natural language, as it is not paralinguistic in every instance of its use. Dresser and Herring found that emoticons indicate the elocutionary force of the text to which they are attached, contributing to its pragmatic meaning, and thus are part and parcel of the linguistic communication channel. The Garrison et al. Study further points to the fact that emoticons can sometimes speak for themselves, serving as the entire utterance by a participant at times, highlighting the rhetorical significance of emoticons that equals a print linguistic utterance. However, it is widely noted that while the emoticon can influence online message interpretation and can strengthen the intensity of a message, they do not have the strength to turn around the valence of the verbal message itself. Instead, scholars suggest that these graphical icons should instead be seen as contributory to language rather than compensatory, akin to punctuation or spacing within print without replacing the text itself. It should be noted that even current studies are utilizing old computer-mediated communications data from the early to mid-2000s, which would rule out any use of current graphic emoticon keyboards like emoji. These keyboards provide more options to users and are built right into handheld mobile devices. The emoji keyboard was developed by Shigetaka Kurita in Japan and was picked up by the Unicode Consortium, bringing the icons to be recognized across several software platforms. The keyboard provides the user with a wide array of graphical emoticons, with some that carry distinct emotions and others that carry ambiguous ones. Additionally, there are graphical icons for food items, animals, and national flags, to name a few. Dr. Kate Weil suggests that emoji carries social dialects, that is, a natural progression of developing shorthand for things that are understood, without the need to use as much information to get the same concept across. While current graphic emoticons afford us many options, it should be noted that they are decided for us, and may not always fit with what we wish to convey with our messages. This forces us towards semiotic sameness, and to define cultural conventions for ourselves with these symbols. The emoji keyboard will continue to evolve over time as the Unicode Consortium continually updates the icons that are available to users. In the past year, cultural inclusion within the keyboard became somewhat more well-rounded, including graphic emojis with different skin tones and the additions of flags of every country around the world. Still, many emojis are missing, such as cultural foods or characters with specific features, including tacos, crossed fingers, and red-headed emoji characters. The Emoji Candidates page on the Unicode Consortium website provides a sneak peek at what might be coming into our graphical lexicon in computer-mediated communications. Emoticons and emojis have been conventionally adopted as a linguistic feature of computer-mediated communications. Scholars are promoting that emoticons become an accepted and contributory language function in text-based online writing, suggesting that they may be as important as punctuation as our language continues to evolve online.